my channel. I'm Kat, your guide through the seen and the unseen. Today we're tapping into the energies to see what messages Spirit has for us. Take a deep breath, settle in, and let's see what the universe is trying to tell you. Also, if you're soul seeking deeper alignment, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to join our community by subscribing. Also, hit the like button if you like, so it can get circulating. I've been trying to get these videos out, but I don't think anybody sees them. This is working out. I think I can shuffle it. Alright, let's do this again. Okay. Let's see. I might have to just pick one because they stick together pretty a lot. So let's see. There is an exquisite artist or visionary locked inside this card, but you're forcing them to do manual labor to keep your life predictable. So, how are we not living up to our true essence? By trying to do the predictable or the thing that is expected, right? This card shows where your need to be right is overriding your capacity to be in true intimate connection with someone else. So how okay. So how are we blocking connections? By staying in pride and ego. And this could be you or someone else, but excuse me. Okay. It's an interesting one. So let's clarify those real quick. Well, actually, should I keep pulling them? I'll just pull those two, I think. And then we'll do some affirmations and some tarot. And let's do this shadow spread, or one of the shadow spreads here. I think I'll use Sedna. Let me shuffle Sedna real quick. Anyway, so this is fun. I'm still using the camera that I said I wasn't going to use anymore because it's easier and I like to do it because it's, I probably won't do it all the time, but when I have a low battery on my phone, it's kind of helpful. Alright, so let's get, what is the subconscious root of this issue? The Hierophant. So systems, some sort of inner knowing as well, maybe something hidden, transformation, death, and justice, and the Knight of Swords. So this is like cutting off something, cutting off the systems, or need to balance something out. So, okay, so in order to, excuse me, be true to your vision and your artistry, you would need to cut off this manual labor and the need for predictability, right? And then this need to be right over a connection with someone else. So this could be also some kind of mirror. Okay, what is the hidden block? What's the hidden block here? The Page of Wands. So this could be like a need for freedom. Yeah, some sort of flakiness, kind of an in and out energy. I need to, like, I live my own life and I want to be free, and, you know, that win at all costs energy. Also the ego. There could be some sort of truth and clarity that's here, excuse me, about something. Like either the knowing that you're an artist or a visionary, seeing that clearly, but forcing yourself to not be like this Page of Wands, like free and like whimsical in some way. Like this would be the forward movement and moving towards calmer waters, right? But instead, we're kind of forcing ourselves to stay stuck in some sort of system because it's predictable. It's something that we can see clearly, like, okay, yeah, this is... Because I can understand the need for, like, routine and, like, structure and things like that. But if your life purpose or something is actually supposed to be, like, something else, it's kind of blocking those blessings that come with it. And then also intimate connection being blocked by pride and ego, maybe, and the need to be right, the win at all costs energy. Even though, like, how do you know you're right, you know? What's the pattern or influence, or like the echo here? Death. So there's some sort of ending. Death, rebirth energy. Could be a... Now this is showing like a man behind the curtain. There's some need to like kind of be that ego person, like, you know, like over time, maybe being predictable, like always having that predictability, like being seen in this certain way, this yeah, like Three of Cups, so Knight of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, money, Knight of Cups, some sort of wish fulfillment or selfishness could be. Maybe you're always seeing it as like, with this, maybe you're always seeing it as like, oh, well, I can find another connection, it's fine. but thinking that always is gonna be possible, it'll leave you lonely. I don't know, it'll leave you without, I don't know, this is weird. But this is like the pattern that's been happening, maybe. Like, I see this as you forcing yourself to do manual labor, even though you have art that other people would celebrate, that would be your wish fulfillment, that would bring you money, but like you put yourself on this like I don't know, it's like you mask yourself even though, or maybe even like you want this relationship, but there's this ego that's in the way of like you actually getting your wish fulfillment. Need to be right. True intimate connection. Okay, what is the catalyst? How do we bridge this? The Ten of Swords, so cutting it off? Stopping it, basically stopping? There's some need to be seen as, upheaval. So Six of Wands, the Tower, and the King of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. So it's like cutting off. This is Ten of Swords. Like, it doesn't have to be betrayal, but it's some sort of ending. There's some sort of cutting clean of this mental structure, this mental game, this mental, like, lack, I would say. Yeah, the King of Pentacles, like, realizing, like, who you are internally, or, like, the actual abundance that you carry, the actual commitment that's needed. Like a commitment to intimacy, a commitment to like self-actualization, something like that. Upheavaling something, like making sure that it's clear. There's some sort of life manifesting that you have to be authentic, that, you know, this is the life that you get. You have to be the torch, the one that carries the flame in some way. Being seen as that, maybe championing yourself as like the, what is it? The one who's living the life. I don't know. This is like the bringing the flame. Okay, so basically just do it. That's what it's saying. Just do the thing that you're afraid to do, that it's not as scary as you think. What is the action? A resolution. I'm looking over here because I have this little thing right here, so sorry. I should probably move it to some closer. So the action. So this is weird. It's like grieving. Like stop crying over spilled milk. Like stop being petty. Like honestly, you don't have to be right about everything. Sometimes you can be wrong and everything's gonna be okay tomorrow, you know. And like actually realize that something that you would lose is like your authenticity. Maybe, and you'd be full of regret. That's kind of like what I'm getting with this artistry and visionary. Where if you don't follow your dreams, you would probably feel regret later on, right? Six of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Six of Cups, the Moon. So yeah, intuitively you know this already, and that may be why there may be some bitterness or some feelings that are, I don't know, not so great. Oh. That's interesting. Okay, so I just read this one. So I have the two cards here, and at the bottom of the deck was this one, and it says, you're looking for a loophole in your own transformation, trying to negotiate with the universe to keep your old comforts while demanding a new life. So yeah, that's exactly kind of what we're doing here. That's kind of the theme of these two cards. So instead of getting what we want, we're kind of placating life and saying it's life's fault, right? When it's actually our own. And we could take responsibility and get the new life that we want, or just stay and remain living, the same old life. Okay, so what is the outcome, the horizon, if we embrace the change? The Magician, and the Ace of Cups. So we get the love, we get the forward movement, maybe in our career or something like that. Two of Pentacles, we'd be able to balance on one foot. That's so weird. Page of Cups, so we'd be able to, maybe extend the love and receive the love, and there's something about getting wish fulfillment, getting what we want. Alright, I'm going to clarify. Should I clarify with Sedna? Clarify the exquisite artist or visionary locked inside of you. The Seven of Pentacles, so this is like let it cook. And I'm so sorry. So forcing yourself to do this manual labor, it's a cycle. It's like something about effort. So this may be like something in regards to like how you're raised. Like if you're not doing enough. Maybe not being able to see like the mindset of like having a mindset of like, if I'm not doing this kind of structural job or this manual labor, working my fingers to the bone, I'm not actually earning my keep. Ten of Wands. So the World, the Ten of Wands, Four of Wands, the Four of Swords. So this is about that overburdening yourself. Now this also points to like unity. So it's embracing both masculine and feminine. Being able to rest, maybe. There's some sort of like mind over matter thing. It's like resynchronizing your mind and body with like the ways of like the natural ways, and not just like the man-made ways, because the man-made ways is kind of out of whack. It's like super active, you don't work, you don't eat, when actually there's an innate wisdom about being able to embrace your feminine and like that artistry, right? Okay, so clarify the one about connection. And the need to be right. Nine of Wands. So this is how you defend yourself. This is like a defense mechanism. This is like something that you've learned probably from childhood too, that you have to be right in some way because you're losing something if you don't. Your ego will tell you that you're actually in danger if you admit that you're wrong, like, and all at once it will come crashing down and you'll be like, oh, like I didn't really have to fight the whole time, like that. Yeah, this is something about like chaos, competition, the need to be, one step ahead, and like you end up closing off relationships and intimacy with people who actually deserve a place in your life that you could learn from, that like, things, I don't know. So there could be something about understanding the value of people that's blocking this. Like, maybe there's an expectation that eventually everyone leaves, that there's no need to attach to anyone, that there's no need to need anyone. And so you're heavily defending this stance when there's no need to, or there's some like hidden belief that there's somebody out there who's gonna, I don't know, nurture that side of you without any flaws or something. And it might not be that that's the case. I don't know. You might find that you're waiting forever, and I don't know. So you're looking for a loophole. Clarify. The Hermit. Now the Hermit is alone, so I mean, maybe you have some sort of joy in being alone. maybe you're getting your needs met in some way, being alone. You're looking for a loophole in your transformation, trying to negotiate with the universe to keep your old comforts while demanding a new life. I'm also seeing that this is like you needing to be in your truth and your like wisdom, but that there might be like you might think that this is being alone, that being alone is your sort of your way to, I don't know, get what you need in some way. I don't know, that's so weird. So maybe that's the loophole. Okay, maybe it's saying you need to be wisen up and see that you're going to be dying alone. Like this could be, that your old comforts are going to leave you dying alone. We have the Sun, the Three of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, the Three of Wands. So there's some sort of exposure to a collaboration that would be like the benefit. Like there's a need to wisen up and see the benefits in collaboration, and that it would push you forward in some way, that's what you've been waiting for. If you're really honest with yourself, that the transformation is coming if you ... do this, wisen up in some way. Okay, so let's clarify everything. Excuse me, I'm sleepy. Oh, I already did that. Clarify the Hierophant. What is this Hierophant? The Six of Wands. This is about ego. This is ego defense, ego mechanism. This is how you're seeing the status quo. All of the things that are not required for like your soul growth or anything. This is the Strength card, the Nine of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. So this is you staying trapped in powerlessness when you're actually very powerful and you can stand your ground in some sort of way. Maybe this is you being stubborn as well. Stubborn, like I'm independent, blah blah blah, maybe this is you trying to keep your independence by mistakenly thinking that you are getting something from this Hierophant energy, this, status quo, or the systems that always, keep us doing, instead of following our true desire. This is overcoming and taming the beast of, like, the ego, so that you can become this Nine of Pentacles, right? Now, six, seven, eight. Excuse me. This could be like a real progression in some sort of way, major in your life. Clarify this Page of Wands, the hidden block. So the Five of Swords. So, yeah, this is like you sabotaging yourself and staying small in some way. So, and that's the wisdom of it. That's the wisdom. So it's an illusion to stay with this Hierophant energy. It's not power. It's an illusion of power. And the real power is when you wisen up to this and you see that the real power is you standing up and doing whatever it is that you need to do to kind of, I don't know. Now, if you feel like that having an intimate connection with someone is not what you want, obviously this is here for a reason, so this is not your reading. So, if that is the case, this is someone who wants to have a intimate connection with someone else and is overriding that by the right, needing to be right. And that is kind of where we're at. So, clarify the Death card. So this is the pattern, past influence. So this is workaholism. Workaholic. Yeah, there's some need to drive things forward that has been called out in some way. This is the block. No, wait, this is the pattern, the past influence, the echo. This is like, okay, I see I want to transform, but I keep blocking myself because of my ego and small mind. But if I would just unblock myself and transform the situation by doing the inner work, maybe, and seeing, like, what exactly I really want, and then taking that and moving it forward, and then I would get some sort of, I don't know, Ten of Pentacles, yeah, Four of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. Excuse me. Yeah, so this is basically seeing the transformation of the situation, whereas maybe we've been focused on like a legacy, or like being right, is my legacy, and that's my ego actually talking, when actually if we embrace our shadow side and understand that, okay, that's shadow, that's my ego, that you can actually transform the situation and actually get some sort of intimacy, get some sort of emotional connection. But instead we're cutting that off. And then with the artistry, we have this legacy that we want to fulfill, but we're resting, sleeping on it. Even though, like, actually what we're doing is working manual labor to keep our life predictable. And we're overdoing it, so we die early and we never get to accomplish our goals, right? Or unlock that ability to, like, fulfill some sort of legacy, or just fulfill some things in this treasure box, right? That we our inner child wants us to unlock it and discover it, and it's kind of being blocked by our need to be predictable in some way, or need to be right in some way. And we're negotiating and cutting it off by not doing that inner stuff. Clarify the Ten of Swords. The catalyst, the key. So the key is to build something, maybe cause conflict or chaos in our lives by cutting off something. Fives are changes, so definitely making an effort to change wands are passions and follow our passions. So the moon, the six of cups, 2 of swords, and the magician. So this is realizing how much power we have. That's the key, and following our intuition and our inner child guidance, right? That introspective guidance that we're being told that is what we want in our life. Clarify the 5 of cups. This is the action, the resolution. The 4 of wands. And the Hierophant. And the 5 of cups. So no longer having what is it? The crying over spilled milk. It's taking your power back. This cough is terrible. It's a dry one and it hurts a lot. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I had to get a drink because, man, it's like something itchy in my throat. Yeah, so there's a new beginning. There's some sort of overtime. It may take a while. It may, this could definitely be like stability. Finding that stability with doing, some sort of new beginning, a whimsical thing, finding your power and doing what you want instead of following tradition, or instead of wanting to be right or stubborn in that way. 4 of Wands is like happiness, celebrations. Celebrate who you are. Celebrate a need to break the traditions, We got 555 here. What is clarify the outcome? Yeah, so strength and the magician. This is overcoming, realizing how powerful you are, becoming the magician. There's magic to be made in all things. The chariot, the moon, the 6 of cups, and the 2 of swords. This is embracing your inner child and your intuition, moving forward, introspecting. It also blocks out things that aren't for us. Clarify the 7 of cups, 7 of pentacles. The King of Cups. So the King of Cups is like stoic energy. This is like being powerful, but like being able to like sit on your butt. I don't know. The artist, right? So being able to sit and think about your emotions and like emotionally like sculpt things or whatever into life. It's like cooking up some sort of creativity. Emperor, Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, this is clarifying, like, over time, things are going to be able to, you'll be able to nurture your inner, I don't know, like this is kind of meant to be in some way. I don't know, this is like where your power lies. Clarify the 9 of Wands. The Lovers, yeah, so, okay. Intimate connections, harmony, like overcoming this, spiritual connections, like there's justice. Oh my god, look at all that. 2 of Cups, Knight of Cups. This is about finding your person and having that true connection. Clarify the Hermit. Two of Swords. Introspecting. It's like no longer blocking, you know, things can come in. You're blocking out the things that are correct to block out, but keeping the things that are correct to keep. Something like that. Three of Wands is like seeing this come in. The Devil. It's like overcoming the toxicity. Temperance. It's like the ability to have that higher relationship or higher self connection. 9 of Pentacles. The ability to stand on your own. Have the new life that you want. Anyways, I hope this helps. Thanks for watching.